Well guys, Battle of the Gods is finally here. What's going on guys? Welcome to another edition of Give Breaking Nation, where we give excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video we're going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Now, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods is a 2013 Japanese animated film directed by Masahiro Hosoda and serving as the 14th entry in the Dragon Ball Z anime film series. The plot involves Beerus, the god of destruction, who, after waking up, finds out that Frieza was destroyed by Goku and now travels the Earth to challenge him, seeing him as a worthy opponent. And I have to say, this movie is surprisingly good. It's actually done bumped itself up to my #1 favorite animated Dragon Ball Z film of all time. Beerus is the god of destruction, and he goes to sleep every so often, but in this time period when he wakes up, he finds out that Frieza was destroyed by Goku. So it ends up piquing his curiosity because he's the god of destruction. He's a complete badass. He just sit there and just do whatever the hell he wants, and he does want a challenging opponent. So seeing as Goku destroyed Frieza, perhaps Goku will become that challenging opponent. So what happens? He goes to Earth, and just the whole Dragon Ball Z shenanigans just jump right off. The story is pretty good. It actually goes at a pretty fast pace that keeps it entertaining and fresh with all the different characters and side stories that are going on. Now let's talk about the character Beerus. Beerus is just effing bomb. This dude is completely awesome. He has the best personality that damn near any antagonist in the whole series. Guy's fun, you know, he's impatient, he's just cruel, he's an asshole, but he just has a great personality that's just likable. He's just completely badass. And the fight sequence where he actually challenges all the five favorite characters to a fight was just completely epic, even though he completely owned everybody in this movie. Of course, we got our fan favorites, and we got Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, Piccolo, Krillin, the whole gang's here this time. The fights are pretty intense, even though they are a bit one-sided. Now, my favorite Dragon Ball Z film was Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, and the one thing I really appreciated was the fact that Broly was kicking everybody's ass. And in this film, Beerus does the same thing, but I feel like it was a bit toned down. Really wish they would have kind of upped it up in scale a bit, so that way you can actually see that he is the god of destruction. He's sitting here destroying crap and he doesn't give a damn. And this one did feel a bit contained, so I will say that about that. But the fight sequences were well choreographed. They were pretty cool, and I like the fact that they did implement more martial arts into the fight sequences. The voice performances were terrific. Everybody did a great job. Jason Douglas does a great job as Beerus. He just completely owns. And I will say this about Beerus, I did like the back and forth banter between him and his servant Whis, which is completely hilarious. But this film has a lot of great humor, and this is Dragon Ball Z humor that was great in the the series Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z. Doesn't feel forced. It was well timed, well executed. There are some actually moving moments in this film too, surprisingly enough. A lot of them has to do with character Vegeta and the revelation that he comes to learn, which I think was done really well. That's one thing I did like about it, was the fact that Vegeta has his moment, even though some of his moments are silly, but he's like taking one for the team. Now the animation style for great, is vibrant, and I did like that. I did like also the fact that they did put the CGI environments in while people were fighting in certain instances, which I thought made for a very immersive feel. One sequence when Goku and Beerus are fighting and Goku just goes ham and the music just kicks it up, and then it feels so intense, which I think just completely made that moment in that film. I really didn't have too many problems with this film. I thought it was done pretty good, and I guess I could say that even though it didn't have the total destruction that usually these films do tend to have, I will say that maybe that isn't a bad thing. In the end, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods is a great film. By far, in my opinion, the best Dragon Ball Z animated film out. Not only are the characters great, especially the original cast, but the new characters are also completely badass. I love Beerus, he was completely cool. I love Whis, he was a smart ass. Love that banter between the two, is completely hilarious. I did like the story, even though I really didn't too much care for the whole Super Saiyan God mode thing. I kind of feel like they could have tightened up on that story aspect a bit. But aside from that, the fights were intense, the comedy was pretty good, the score, the animation style was thumbs up. I have to say, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods deserves a 4 out of 5. This is definitely a great refresher to the series that the series did really need, and it's great because this is a great stepping stone for the series to take into a new direction for the Dragon Ball Z franchise. Now guys, in the comment section below, let me know, what did you think of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods? Did you like Beerus? Did you like Whis? Did you like the dialogue? Did you like the humor? Did you like the action, the anime? And until the next edition of Gear Breaker Nation, remember, keep those gears turning. Whoosh!